Hey everybody, for those of you who are familiar with Firefox's Noscript and wish you had something very similar for Chrome/Chromium, there is. And it is just as good, if not better, and it's called HTTP Switchboard. And you can go grab it from the Chrome Web Store, and I've got it installed right here. I'm going to give you the rundown, and we're going to go deep into detail. And this is very powerful for people who are advanced, and very easy to use for people who are not familiar with blocking all the nasties on the interwebs. And you can go any way you choose. Starting off, I have it installed right here, and now I'm going to give you the gist. This part right here is called the matrix. Interestingly enough, you have little sections that you can enable or disable. Cookies, CSS, images, plug-in, playing videos and such. JavaScript, XHR requests, frames, iframes, and other. And up top here, you got the little power button where you can enable, disable everything. This is for enabling or disabling AdBlock Plus like filtering, which is great. This locks in all your temporary changes, which we haven't even made any temporary changes yet. This removes all temporary changes, and this is great. We'll get into this a little bit later. This removes all temporary changes. This reloads the page, but it does it automatically when you change things. And the settings page, little cogs here. Let's jump into that. Starting from settings, text size, hey, depends on preference. Color blind, friendly, yes, of course. And we have some block frames, and I hate frames, but I don't want it to be like, hey, I'm a block frame, and it's like all up in your face. No, I just want to know this blocked, but kind of like, it could be out of my way, so I like it like that, perfectly. By default, enabled strict blocking. Let me tell you a bit about that. You can define what you want enabled and what you don't want, such as cookies, plugins, frames, all things I showed you from the matrix. If you turn on strict blocking, no matter what hostname or /domain that you whitelist, those things will be blocked, but you can enable them as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. I like this. Auto create temporary domain level scopes. There are global scopes, and global changes affect domain level scopes. But I like to create domain level scopes just to keep everything nice and compartmentalized. Also, you can auto whitelist page domain. I don't do this, but here's how you do it. Some users do not like to constantly whitelist domain of the page by default. This feature enables automatic temporary whitelisting of a page's whole domain whenever it is first loaded in the browser. And this is nice for people who don't want to deal with all this kind of stuff. You can just allow that domain that you're going to that website, kind of like the way Noscript works. I don't use it myself, but hey, it's a nice feature for those people who would use it. Here's another thing I use: auto delete unused temporary scopes. I don't want this crap sitting in my scoped rules. Another one I don't use, but it's also cool to have: copy all rules from the global scope into newly created local scopes. Let me explain that real quick. Scopes are sandbox, i.e. they do not share rules, which means if you have a domain scope for eBay or domain scope for Reddit, your Reddit scope will not affect your eBay scope, and vice versa. These are local domain scopes, but global scopes affect everything. And so you want to compartmentalize everything and keep everything nice and sane and clean. And so I don't use that one, but hey, it's nice to have. And when the matrix is closed, smart reload these tabs. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. So that way, it's kind of like Noscript. Once you change something, it automatically reloads everything. We're getting into the meat now. Privacy tab. Delete, block, cookies. Yes, Lord. Thank you so very much. It deletes those block cookies that you have not enabled, but it also keeps the server from retrieving those cookies, which is even more important. Delete, non-blocked session cookies every such and such minute after they've been used. Here's some information about that. A session cookie is erased when you end the browser session. The session cookie is stored in a temporary memory and is not retained after the browser is closed, except that this might not be happening when using a Chromium-based browser. Uh-oh. Also, to some, having to close the browser for the session cookies to clear might not be early enough. Some people don't even close their browsers. That I've heard. Some people. Delete local storage content set by not black, but blocked host names. You want that, so you don't have a bunch of crap sitting in Chromium slowing it down. This is great. Remove third-party HTTP refer information. So they're not even getting that information. Let me click the window on that one, so you know all about that. And this is also great. Block all hyperlink auditing attempts. It's an attempt to ping the servers and other servers. Gorhill explains it here. He's the developer for this great extension. Hyperlink auditing is a mechanism which allows a party, any party, to be informed about which link a user clicked on a particular web page. It is essentially a tracking feature. It allows a website or any third party to that website to be informed about any link that you've clicked. That sucks. Who wants that? No. You want to block that stuff. Also, you can spoof user agents and say, hey, I'm in Windows, but I'm really in Linux. Ah, I fooled you. And the big daddy of them all, the Holy of Holies, which we'll get into later, behind the scene requests. This is stuff that's going on behind the scenes of all Chromium, Google Chrome browsers that you have no idea is going on. But now you can add what you want to add and block what you want to block behind the scenes and all those nasty web request API stuff. Now, getting into the statistics page, which is very important. This tells you all statistics about what you've blocked, what you've allowed, detail by detail. It tells you how many refer headers you've blocked, how many cookie headers you've blocked, local cookies blocked, the tracking stuff you've blocked, local storages that's been removed, browser cache being cleared, and all this kind of other stuff, detailed statistics. And here's the big daddy meat here. This lets you know everything that's going on. Everything that's going on. This will show you what page stuff's been blocked or allowed, cookies, images, CSS, object scripts, XHR requests, frames, others. You can say, well, why is that being allowed or why is that being blocked? And you can drill it down and see exactly what's going on. And it'll even show you the links and everything else that you can just click on. Oh, well, look at this. You can click on that link and it'll take you there and you can see exactly what was blocked, exactly what is allowed, which gives you a lot more freedom to know exactly what's going on within your browser. Something that people don't have when they're just using their browsers willy-nilly and having no clue what's going on in the background. Shame on you. Now, to the meat. Ubiquitous rules. And Gorhill, the developer, explains it here. Ubiquitous rules are rules which apply everywhere, in all scopes. So basically, this is kind of like AdBlock Plus rules, where you can drill it down and say, hey, I don't want a bunch of crap, a bunch of third-party crap being loaded. Hey, this will really speed up my load time when I'm blocking all the stuff that is only tracking information anyway, or cookie stuff that you really don't need. And you can also, let's say if you want to enable one of these lists, you can click on this list and it will show you exactly what's being blocked, like easy privacy. Check this out. It goes into page refers, ad tracking, certain GIFs that are tracking GIFs. Let's see here, something that I can recall. Click tracking, Ajax stuff, Google Analytics, any kind of analytics. And this is not even blocking domains. This is just blocking. This is kind of like a filter, like a regex filter. Very good to have. And I use a good amount of these, which really, when you get down to it, it blocks a bunch of nasties on the interwebs, and that's exactly what you want. Moving on, scoped rules. That's right. These are your rules that you'll be making when you use this extension, and you'll be setting up a bunch of uh, local domain level rules. Let's start that right about now. Let's go to some crappy website, eonline.com. By default, HTTP Switchboard is going to block everything. See, it will allow CSS and images, but blocking cookies, blocking plugins, blocking scripts, blocking XHR requests, frames, everything else. So, hey, this page is not showing up. This is broken. Fix it. Okay, sure, you can fix it. You go bingo, boom, shakalaka, and you can even enable frames. And this right now is a temporary change. You can click this little lock right here, and it will save that change, and it'll go into your scoped rules. And you go, bam! I haven't even made it permanent, but it will reload your page automatically. And now, hey, everything's back, except for all the tracking crap. See? Click back on the extension, and you see 15 blacklisted host names. Hey, what are those host names? I want to know what those are. Double click. Oh god. Oh, there we go. You click on the little top thing here, and it will show you all the things that are blocked, courtesy your ubiquitous rules. Chartbeat is a well-known tracking company. Double click. We don't want double click. Adobe tag. You know, a bunch of scripts stuff you don't want to use. And you see where it has the ones here? This is a blocked image. Sometimes a blocked tracking image that you don't want. Other times it's a script. See right here? It's under the column script. And you can see exactly what was blocked and what type of thing was blocked. Now, here's the best thing about this. I don't like cookies. And there's other stuff I don't like. And I can go like this. I can go into the global rules. See right here how I did that? It was already on star.eonline.com. You go to the star, all global rules. You say, hey, I don't want no friggin' cookies. I don't want no XHR requests. And then hit the lock. Bingo, boom, shakalaka. Those are blocked. Now, you go back to this. You see that? And wait. Let's see. Let me go back. These are blocked. Now those are global rules, which means those are blocked on any page you visit. But if you want to allow them, click here, and you can click this little lock that will save your temporary changes. Oh god. Oh. Wait a minute. Let me reload the page. And now, hey, I still have cookies blocked. I don't like cookies. I don't like cookies to show up on my machine only when I allow them. And I can't allow them by clicking on the little green here. Let me give you the gist. Green, allowed. Red, not allowed. Dark red, blocked. 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 And I can click on this little lock here to keep these changes permanently. Right now we're just playing around. Hey, if you want Facebook tracking, by all means, go for it. But I just made some global rules, so automatically cookies are going to be blocked. No Facebook cookies for you, my friend. I'd allow, CSS images, plugins, and scripts, but no XHR requests, no frames. Allow other. What's other? Stuff related to audio, video. If you need to download in Chromium, you must allow other. So hey, let's go ahead and change that. Let's go back to the global rules. Remember when you see the little star, that means it is a global rule. All global rules override your local domain level rules, which are like eonline.com rules. So hey, I want to allow all others, because I need to download stuff, right? So then you go back and it's allowed. And then automatically reloads your changes. So really, you can set this up the way that you like it. Precisely the way that you like it. Blocking what you want to block, allow what you want to allow, and you can allow everything. Just block out the nasties via what? Via your ubiquitous rule set. You can allow everything you want. You want cookies, you want script, JavaScripts. You can allow everything, but if you can pick a certain rule set that you like that blocks all the crap you don't want, you can block all the crap you don't want, and you don't have to make any major changes. Isn't that great? Isn't that what you want? Oh, I just showed you something that's so cool that I didn't want to show you just yet, but since we went there and you saw it, I can't hide it anymore. This is so damn cool. This is the holy of holies, blocking the behind-the-scene requests that Google and all your extensions use. That's right, your extensions, when you add an extension, you don't see where it's going, what it's doing. But thanks to HTTP Switchboard, or as we call it, HTTP or SB, go here. You can only see this when you're on the settings page, or I mean when you're on the main page for as far as let me go back to see here. If you want to see the behind the scenes stuff, right, go to the settings page, which is this little cog right here. Then you click on the page itself, the extension page itself, and see here, Chromium behind the scenes. Now, do you not want to deal with that? Fine. It's not blocked by default. Everything's allowed by default. If you're like me, you don't trust a lot of stuff, then you go BAM! And you can block and filter everything. But hey, Google Analytics is already blocked by default within your ubiquitous rules that you allowed. And let's say, hey, Digo, that's an extension I use. Gitpocket, hey, that's an extension I use. I don't want some of this stuff, but it's only using this. But let's say I go over here, BAM! Here goes your global rules again for behind-the-scene requests. And you could say, let's see here. Let me go back to this. Now, did you see just what happened there? Did you see just what happened there? You see how cool this is? These are my rules by default. Global rules by default. I don't want no damn cookies. I don't want no damn XHR requests. Although sometimes I have to not allow them for certain domains. Otherwise the site's not going to run right. But I hate them. I don't want no damn frames. But sometimes you got to allow frames because some people design websites badly. What are you going to do? But for the behind the scene requests, you can say, hey, maybe Digo needs a cookie to run properly. Maybe Gitpocket needs a cookie to run properly. And you can make these changes permanent by clicking here. You can see everything that's going on behind the scenes. You can also go back to your statistics page. Boom, look at this. We're already generating statistics. HTTP cookies headers foiled. 527. That's a lot. HTTP refers foiled. 8. So they don't even know what you're running, whether you're running Linux or Mac or Windows, if you enabled those settings. No hyperlink auditing attempts. Local cookies removed. 1 already. We just got started. 1. Browser cache cleared. 1. Now look at this. These statistics. Cookies allowed. Only 4. Oh, wait a minute. What cookies did I allow? Let me see. Let me click off of the block stuff. I only want to know what cookies I allowed. Because I don't like cookies. I hate cookies. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate cookies. Now, let me refresh. It says I allowed 4 cookies. Where are the damn cookies at? Well, it shows I blocked some cookies from me online and Twitter. But where did I allow the cookies at? They might have been a behind-the-scene cookie. Let's go back and see. Click this right here. Yes, yes. I allowed Digo and I allowed Gitpocket to allow cookies. But I wonder why that's not showing up there. I have to ask the developer why that is. Also, something totally awesome. for people who do use AdBlock and stuff like it. The HTTP switchboard can enable AdBlock plus complex filters, so you can block a lot of the nasties without even doing anything. This extension is so powerful. It is just as good, or even better than Noscript on Firefox. I've tested it. I've been using it since almost day one when I saw it, which has been a while now. And Gorhill, the developers, even got more projects in the works. One called, I think it was called uBlock, that really just blocks requests and stuff, and you don't need to do any major changes like you do with the HTTP switchboard. Let's see here. Let's go check that one out real quick while we're talking here. uBlock. See? Gorhill. uBlock. Finally, an efficient blocker for Chromium-based browsers. Easy on CPU and memory. Look, the AdBlock Plus extension is using friggin' 100K of memory. uBlock is using 37K. And this is another extension that he's just recently developed. But I'm using HTTP switchboard because I like to see all the behind the scenes stuff. I like blacking stuff. Okay, I like doing that because I don't want crap to be displayed on my computer, on my browser. That's just how I roll. How do you roll? Let me know. And I'm gonna have more stuff for you going forward into the future, having a bi-weekly discussion on my favorite apps, my favorite extensions, all my favorite stuff, my favorite people even possibly. Come check me out on YouTube, subscribe, and all the other goodies that you may get in the near future. And this is the first for me doing this because I think there's a lot of great stuff out there is being developed that you and I need to know about. And so they got a lot of great people out there like Spatry, Michael Moore, Run Level Zero, all those guys out there producing great content and telling you all about Linux and everything else. And I'm a big Linux user going back to like 1996 and in Linux currently, as you can tell. And this is the first of many. Check me out in the future. You be good, and I'll be blocking stuff. I'm Klepto. See you.